sort them there. And we will head back to here. Oh yes, so I was meant to spend my level up. I'm tempted towards dumping 2 points in here and 1 into this. There, I'll hit 10 next time and I'll be able to get an extra skeleton. Ooh, a big melee one with a different kind of mace. Ooh, that's funky. It's like a crystal of some sort. Oh, you can pause the game. Did not know that. Ooh, it's a scepter. It can call down like meteor strikes. I've got a spellcasting skeleton right now. Sadly, it's a bit slower than the... Ooh, we can do that too. Nice. Okay, I'm starting to respect it a little. It is a little slower of a projectile, but it's able to hit past obstacles that the crossbow can't. And I suppose the main issue right now is the enemies are dying too quick. I wish it wasn't so bright out. I'm just having to like sit here with my right eye closed. The like light is reflecting annoyingly off the chip in the glass. I have to go get new glasses. I mean to do that for a while and I keep kind of forgetting. Okay, the music there has just made me think Diablo. Serrated spike. Skeletons are very light on their feet. Yeah, here's some fighting. Like, see here, the... Goddamn. Some AoE on that. Oops. Leather boots, savage plating. Decaying Silver Band of Thunder. 1 vitality damage plus 7% lightning damage plus 6% electrocute damage. 0.3 energy regenerated per second. Probably auto-equipped. Yeah. Didn't have anything in that slot. Sadly, the skeleton kind of just like randomly chooses abilities, so sometimes it just seems to do the circle attack for no reason. Like, since it's already hanging back from fights, it's, you know, it's not in the way of damage, and it just uses it. remember listening to the Black Mage's version of a Chocobo song, and Flamenco de Chocobo or whatever, and it sounded just like Tristram music right at the start. Like, it was just like straight out Tristram music. It's jarring as hell. Because then it goes from Tristram music to, Chocobo music. It's odd. I remember before, I think it was in the previous recording that was botched. Ooh, 3 bits of chilled steel. Generous. Puzzling at, this description. Skeletons scale with pet bonuses. Well, not that bit, but more powerful minions may be raised with higher skill rank. So I was wondering what that meant. Like, would they go from skeletons to skeleton lords and stuff? Clearly, yes. Got a skeleton mage there. Fiery skeleton meteors are pretty potent. Goddamn, those fireballs just massacred him. The audio might be a bit loud. I'm not sure. You can probably hear me over it. It might be of a similar volume level, but I doubt I'm covered by it. There's a bit of to explore over here. Sorry, M's right by spacebar, so I end up fat fingering it. Which just sounds weird, weirdly sexual. Didn't even notice I ran past the guy there. Skeleton's had his number though. Ooh, snake person necklace. Carried by snake person shamans for only they know what. Alright, let's head on. I wonder if Bourbon's gonna come back into the story later on, or is he only gonna be at that hub? Driftgate is releasing materials. Ember Guard, Flesh Warped Treasure. It looks less like they're coming out of the portal and that they're just crawling out of the ground, which is wrong kind of image it should be throwing. Maybe it's some of the zombies, coming out of the ground, but if the portal's releasing things, it should look like they're coming out of the portal. So what's with the sun and symbols around this and whatnot? Our presence changes these rifts, to something else.
I can't carry it.
Waiting for that to kick in. And I do recognize if I go turning this quest, I'll get a bag. I just kind of want to keep going. Oh, fuck it, let's go turn it in. it'll give me the XP for rank level 10.
My inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Hello, Countess.
Did you get the scrap?
Will this suffice?
Perfect. I'll get the wind pump up and running in no time. Devil's Crossing will have safe drinking water again, and it's all thanks to you. First class is on me.
Okay. When they talk, they're around there. Yeah, the audio bound seems fine. Gotta get out.
Well, the good news is, I got the water pumping again. The only problem is, it smells like a sewer. We're about a tenfold worse. I haven't smelled something this rotten since...
That level up was notably louder. About on par with my speaking. Sorry, I'm just paranoid now about audio levels. Cause I'm just always worried that you can't hear me well. Can't hear me right. But at the same time, I don't want to just lower the audio on the OBS side, because then I might be making things too low. And whatnot. And yeah, I'm actually recording, and you're actually getting footage. Good. I got 300 iron and 350 XP. Since when?
Since I cleared out a den of slith ages ago. They're loathsome reptiles, make their homes in swamps and dank caves. They secrete a nasty poison into the water that makes it drinkable for them, but nearly always fatal to us. I bet good iron there's a nest in that cave that fuels our pump. I'm too old for all this spelunking, so I need you to go down there and kill it.
How did I get to the cave?
This key will open the cellar in the shack behind me, right by that accursed rift gate. It connects to the bowels of the prison, which should lead you to the cave. Find the slith matriarch that's likely polluting our water supply, and the poison should clear out on its own. You do this, and all the Devil's Crossing will be honoring your name with every glass.
I'll take care of the silt. The slit. And Oathkeeper. Whether they hail from the temple of Menhir or offer their souls to the witch gods, all Oathkeepers have two things in common: unflinching loyalty and zealous fury. So really, it's kind of set up perfectly for an occultist Oathkeeper, because the occultists use powers. They're focused. The occultist craft focuses heavily on summoning and borrow powers granted by the three witch gods. So. Oathkeepers are guardians of sacred tombs and keepers of the faithful, and ardent defenders of celestial will. They do not merely hide behind a shield or divine powers. To Oathkeepers, these are weapons upon which they shall spill the blood of the unworthy and exact their righteous wrath. Safeguard. In the hands of a trained Oathkeeper, a shield is not just an unbreakable defense, but also a formidable weapon. Smite. Precise strike fueled by the Oathkeeper's righteous fury leaves enemies staggered and broken. With sufficient practice, this technique can be extended to a shield. When used with a melee weapon and shield, will also strike with the shield. Nice. Aegis of Menhir. With the strength of the earth flowing through you by the blessings of Menhir, hurl a magical Aegis that will home in on your target and leave it staggered and dazed before returning to you. So Captain America. Oathkeepers charge into battle with prayers on their lips and righteousness in their hearts. When used as your default weapon attack, Righteous Fervor increases the intensity of your attacks with every strike. Building up charges increases the potency of the bonuses. Resilience, Presence of Virtue. Do they get a summon? Var's Might, Shattering Smash, Eye of Reckoning, Judgment, Presence of Virtue, Path of the Tree. Not all keepers swear fealty to the deities blessing the Iroan Empire. Some offer themselves before the three witch gods in hopes of harnessing even a fraction of their terrible powers. These Oathkeepers consider themselves to be upon the true path, not deceived by the empty promises of a light that has forsaken humanity. 75 poison damage over 5 seconds, plus 25% poison acid damage, plus 25% vitality damage, plus 25% poison damage, plus 6% duration, plus 25% vitality decay, 15% physical damage converted to acid, 50% of fire damage converted to acid, plus 1% skill cooldown reduction, while you conserve the Imperium. Summon Guardian of Empyrean. Call for the loyal servant of Empyrean to cleave through your foes and render celestial judgment. It'll be weird to have him and this. Weird. It's a potent summon. Dogs are barking for some reason. But it's very much built towards sword and board. And though by default you get 2. Tainted by the gaze of Dree, the Celestial Guardian becomes a scion of acid and decay, a mirror of the deity it now serves. 100% physical damage converted to vitality damage, and 100% fire damage converted to acid. And if you get this, the Guardian's very presence sears the souls of your heretical foes. Increases its meter radius, fire damage, reduces physical fire and bleeding resistance. Cool. So, well, that's actually is very much built towards keeping it its normal one. Getting this would actually make this kind of less useful. Unless this also changes this. Yeah, I think someone came to the door, so the dogs are freaking out. You know, as if no one's ever come to the door before. So you get 2 of those, and it doesn't seem like you can boost that limit. Unless it's further in this tree. That's cool. But, like I was saying, I'm thinking Occultist. Then again, this doesn't really have any strike abilities around, does it? It has the passive Witchfire, but I would just be using the default attack. Don't have any that really builds off it. Demolitionists are built around guns, traps, and explosives. The soldier would be good. I could go with Cadence. And Cadence would work just fine. I could go with that. I could go for soldier, you know, so I have cadence, and rather than just using the default weapon attack for the entire journey. Because, like, I could get Drain Essence here and have a new thing going on. You think to pop, but like I want to be a melee warrior, you know? And No, the Necromancer is very much built towards its spellcasting. And Occultist has a few things here that do boost its melee abilities. Like, say, the Witchfire here. The Sigil Consumption is also useful. As is the Curse of Frailty. And Blood of Dream. Blood of Dream gives you extra regen, boosts your offensive ability, gives you acid retaliation, and heals you. You can also do Possession to boost yourself. This would actually be pretty handy. Bonds of Bezimil. Strengthen the bonds of control with your minions, causing them to fight with greater vigor and determination. 75 energy reserved, 1 active energy cost per second, 12% energy, plus 12% energy, and increase energy regen by 12%. While if you get this, plus 18 energy reserved, but 5% extra damage and 3% extra total speed. That's nice. So yeah, I'm tempted towards going the Necromancer Occultist, but I'm hesitant in it because I'm just thinking if I go that, I will have to go, like, I'll be just stuck with default weapon attack for the entire thing. And I want to be a melee person. But, you know, melee minion master. But sadly, it just doesn't look like there's one here I could do. Do shamans get anything? Yeah, they do angle towards two-handed weapons. And Feral Hunger there, it's... That activates off default weapon attacks. So it wouldn't activate off, you know, if you had cadence or whatever. Oh, actually no, it would actually work. And they do have those. Do they have any summons? They have Briarthorn. Lives for 12 seconds. Yeah, they have that. Primal Spirit lives for 20 seconds. I like to just have ongoing. They've summoned Totem, lives for 12 seconds. When lives for 12 seconds. I think I'm actually go Shaman. Channeling the power of Storm is one of the most sacred rites of the Stormcallers. With sufficient practice, the shaman can imbue a totem with destructive force of lightning, causing it to rapidly fire off electric bursts at nearby foes. The Storm Totem scale with player damage bonuses. And the one thing you can do to upgrade it is this, Corrupted Storm. Twisted shamans obsessed with the power of Wendigos can corrupt a Storm Totem to unleash hungering bolts that sap vitality from foes. And then, Wendigo totems represent a darker side to shaman rituals, embracing the vicious duality of nature. One must die so that another may feed and live. Once placed, the totem will drain the life of nearby foes. all while creating a soothing aura that heals allies. The totems are taboo to most tribes, though as the primal hunger spirit invoked to power the totem is perilous to control. And has driven many shamans mad, filling them with an insatiable hunger that inevitably leads to cannibalism. Seal a pact with the Wendigo spirit inhabiting the totem. So long as you stand within his aura, your taste for blood will be insatiable. I'm not really sure. I dig this, aesthetic. You know? Like, the shaman is kind of what I want. It has a minion. The Briarthorn here. And the Briarthorn is pretty tanky, look at that. God damn. Yeah, that's nice. But, and then you can make it better. The Briarthorn slams its torn claws into the ground, releasing a cascade of spines to impair nearby foes, which causes it to generate additional strength and stun enemies. Then, the Briarthorn is an imposing presence on the battlefield, which emboldens its allies to fight with greater ferocity. 15-meter radius, plus 5% to all damage, 5 offensive ability, 1% physical resistance, 3% bleeding resistance, and 12% to all retaliation damage. So it is actually, it fits my want for a two-handed weapon. Fits that. It fits my want for a weapon attack outside of the basic weapon attack. And it has a minion. It's just I'm not really sure I dig the shaman thing. And sadly they only have really one minion. They can summon in a few others, but they're limited time affairs. I like to have an ongoing pet rather than a, just summoning, doing a short-lived summon. I will remember to keep casting them. So, I don't really dig it. So, these all being so temporary, it just doesn't do it for me. Oh yeah, they, with the reputations, they made beasts into a enemy faction. Beasts of fur and claw, of scale and venom, of carapace and spine. They're all part of Cairn, and Karn. And though one of the most brutal laws of nature, survival of the fittest, and true one, they become stronger with each generation. Whether true forces of nature or the ignorant machinations of mankind, the beasts of Cairn will endure, become stronger, fiercer, and bolder. Tier 1, despised. Extra spawns. Tier 2, hated. Additional hero spawns. Final tier, Nemesis. Unlocked Nemesis spawns. Slightly higher with Tyrians. Haven't ran into these at all. Really, that should say 0 of 20,000, but I guess they don't go that well. Cronley's gang is 17 of 20,000. Did I lose rep with them for beating up those bandits at the other place? Or did it just start me at 17 randomly? I have no idea. So, for these, you get rep with killing Cronley's gang, quests and bounties. And the rovers, you get it from killing undead, quests and bounties. Not sure why they hate undead. It's weird that Devil's Crossing hates Cronley's gang, because at present, Cronley's gang isn't actually a threat to them. So, yeah, I'm really not sure. Oh, thank God. I swear I screwed myself over. So yeah, Soldier is tempting, but he does seem kind of angled towards sword and board, at least a few of his abilities. Demolition, but still might be perfectly fine. Demolitionist, very much angled. Oh, they can't be proficient with melee weapons. I don't think they get any summons though. Those who have sacrificed much in the pursuit of pyrotechnics eventually come to be favoured by Ozin, receiving his blessing and wreaking fiery destruction upon the world. I'm just gonna note pop up on my phone. I'm just gonna just check OBS. Yeah, I'm recording. I'm just paranoid about that now, and you can hear me just fine. And there's footage. Good, all's good. Grenado. Sounds weird. Yeah, they don't. Anyway, I'll do class. So, soldiers seem to favor sword and board, but they do have two-handed weapons could work fine with them. Demolitionists. Also, soldiers don't get a summon. Demolitionists, no summons, seem to maybe have some melee bonuses. Occultists. Summons, melee bonuses, but no actual melee attack. Nightblades favor two-handed weapons. Arcanists favors magic. Shamans, two-handed weapons, summons, and the attack. Inquisitor, no summons, can do two-handed weapons, I think. Here, let's check. Range expertise. Oh yeah, they're very much angled towards guns, but they do have some, I think, melee abilities. Okay, maybe not. And then there's the Oak Keepers, who are very much sword and board. An Occultist Oak Keeper would work fine, or Soldier Oak Keeper would work fine. But I'm going two-handed weapons as a Necromancer. So I seem to be down to Shaman, Occultist, and Soldier. Soldier wouldn't have any summons, but would have the, cadence and whatnot. So that's fine. Occultist, no abilities, no default melee abilities. But they would have two summons for me, including a healer. And they would have various things that will boost me rather nicely. Shamans, they do have some nice little bits of magic, and they would also have cadence as well as a summon. But do I want the aesthetic, like the appearance, the look of it? Does that work for me? Because I had my head set on Occultist, and I'm more used to the teaming of Soldier, Does Shaman work for me? The heat of battle rouses savage animal impulses within you that heighten your aggression and empower you with nature's fury. When used as your default weapon attack, Savage increases the intensity of your attacks with every strike. Building up charges increases the potency of the bonuses. 1 energy cost, 6 charge levels, 30%, 50%, 65%, 80%, 90%, and 100%. 100% main hand damage, 20 to 140. 10 lightning damage, 18 bleeding damage over 3 seconds, plus 8% lightning and 8% bleeding. Might of the Bear. Shamans dedicated to the spirit of the bear embrace the use of brutal two-hand weapons when entering their savage battle stance. Their unbridled fury is unmatched among the northern tribes. Total damage modified by 6%, 3% physical resistance. Tenacity to bear, becoming a ferocious, unstoppable foe in the wake of battle. Plus 1 energy cost, 12% offensive ability, 12 offensive ability, 10 defensive ability, increases health regeneration by 10%, and 5% slow resistance. Storm Touched. Calling out to the heavens, you infuse your attacks with the fury of a thunderstorm. Plus 1 energy cost, 69 to 156 electrocute damage over 3 seconds, plus 6% physical damage, 20% chance of plus 60 lightning damage, plus 60% lightning damage, and 3% attack speed. And what would this favor? Physique and cunning. Well, physique mainly, with cunning and spirit being equal. Does this favor? Okay, can still undo that class. Physique and spirit. Wow, that's cunning. You know what? I think I'm growing on the idea of shaman. Right now, I feel like all I'd want is boost physical damage, health, and energy regen, and would affect my allies. Increases health, poison, and bleeding. And it increases health and increases your reduction to poison and bleeding. Oak skin. Increases energy, health regeneration by 6%, 15 armor, 3% pierce, and 10% to all retaliation damage. Primal Strike. The first rite undertaken by novice shamans is to imbue their favorite weapon with the raw force of a thunderstorm. Those that survive this critical step become scions to Modrigan's will and guardians of their people. Stormcallers, members of a sect of shamanism devoted to the heavens, are known to call out to Altos, god of the sky, when delivering nature's wrath upon their adversaries, allowing them to call down lightning with greater frequency. Thunderstrike is not a default weapon attack enhancer, and as such cannot trigger effects such as feral hunger. That's annoying. Torrential force cascades from your weapon, shocking your target and leading to further foes. Storm Surge. Primal Strike's raw power surges through the target, bursting blood vessels. 14 to 22 lightning damage, 126 electrocute damage over 3 seconds. That sounds odd. Electrocute damage. Plus 8% physical damage, plus 8% bleeding damage, but 30% duration. Yeah, you know what? Shaman. Won't get the pet till here, but that's fine. I really wanted to get the other things, but you know, I need to get this. I also need to get brute force to make me better in melee.